My name is Amaury Tavarez, and this is my story. Starting 2021, I got a positive test for COVID. And the first few days I was at home, I was feeling okay. One night, my oxygen levels went down to 84. I had to be rushed into the hospital. In the hospital, they said that it was great that they got me there that night. They wouldn't know. They didn't know how I was doing so well before I got there, because there it got worse. And the doctors did all the tests they needed to do. They did the X-ray. They came back and they told me that I had pneumonia in 12 places in my lungs, and they needed to help me out, give me some medicines, and get me to breathe. So they got me into an oxygen mask. I wasn't able to breathe for a couple of days, and then this day, it was a Tuesday. That night I was feeling really bad. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. Every time I move, I felt like I was drowning. Like when you underwater and you want to get air and it's impossible for you to get air. That's how I was feeling. And my wife called me. I couldn't talk very well with her, but I was telling her how I was feeling, and then she was crying and telling me and sending me screenshots of how my family in church or my friends in church, the pastor, everybody was praying for me, sending a lot of prayers. And I started crying because I felt like, come on, God is real. You have to pray for yourself. And I wasn't doing so. So I told her, I have to let you go. I got to pray. And within minutes of starting to pray, I felt like it wasn't a prayer. I felt like I was talking to death, like if I was okay with what was happening to me. And I don't know why. It was what was coming out of my mouth. So I stopped praying right away, or whatever that was. And I just opened the Bible. I started reading. And within minutes of reading, I felt like I could hear everybody that was praying for me. I could hear the voices. I felt like I was being lifted by everybody that was warring for me in prayer. And I really believe in that moment, that's when everything changed, because I tried to go to sleep right after that, and I woke up in 3 hours. I couldn't sleep. And it was already morning, and the doctors came and they were checking on me, and they were like, "Oh, you're breathing better." And I was on level 6 on the oxygen, and they brought me down to 4. They were saying, "Oh, you're doing amazing" by noon. So they brought me down to 2. And then by the end of the night, I wasn't anymore on the oxygen mask. I was breathing on my own. Yes, I was still needing to work out in order to be able to move, but I was off the machine, And I believe prayer saved my life. I believe that the family in legacy saved my life by praying and keeping me in their thoughts. After accepting Christ in my life, I feel peace. I feel like I'm not fighting every battle alone. I feel like I can leave some stuff to him, and he'll take care of it for me if I pray for it and I let him guide me. Every Sunday, when the pastor says that salvation prayer, for 7 years, I keep repeating that prayer. I've been saying it for 7 years, and I will never stop, because we are not perfect. We still make mistakes. And I want God to understand that what's coming out of my mouth is what I really want. And sometimes the negative thoughts or the things that are doubts, I want them out of me. So every Sunday, I pray that salvation prayer like it's my first day. God has restored so much in my life, starting with my family. Since I got back with my wife, of course, we got married. We did everything the right way, and I've been able to see my kids grow. I've been able to grow my family. We were able to go into a job that required us to learn more about parenting, and it's been a blessing since then. I thank Jesus for restoring my life and giving me a new life.